Hey Kentucky, welcome back. Time to talk a few more topics now. First up, a federal judge in Kentucky has weighed in on whether police could get a warrant to force you to unlock your phone with biometric passwords, like a fingerprint or facial recognition, ruling that the Fifth Amendment offers no protection against those scans. Right now, suspects cannot be forced to divulge passcodes that would unlock their phones, but this ruling says biometrics won't receive the same protection. And Keith, it's hard to believe that when the Fifth Amendment was written, they didn't foresee that we'd be able to open our phones with our eyes.
Here's what, I guess what we're all going to do is go back to punching in the code, Just don't even get those biometrics.
What are they going to do when our cars fly? I just don't know. According to a new study by Common Sense Media, more than a third of Kentucky students do not have adequate access to internet at home. Also, 27% of students don't even have devices to access the internet at home, and 10% of teachers don't have access to adequate internet at home. Kentucky was the 8th worst ranked state in the nation for student internet access. Keith, we found out about this the hard way. When the pandemic hit, we found out just how many folks don't have access. We all just, so many of us take it for granted that you just get on the Wi-Fi, and that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't when everybody was trying to learn from home, and obviously we had to send a lot of computers home with kids. So it would be good to see us catch up in a hurry, and we need reliable internet service to do that as well.
Especially in eastern Kentucky, for sure. All right, some basketball news for Kentucky. Chris Fisher of the Cat's Paws is reporting that transfer Jacob Toppin, brother of reigning National Player of the Year Obi Toppin, is planning to sit out the upcoming season. To play, Toppin would need a waiver from the NCAA, but that was unlikely to happen. We kind of foresaw this, Keith, that it wasn't going to be real easy for him to get a waiver to play immediately.
I mean, it's one of those things, why not put in a waiver and just see what your chances are? But more than likely, his wasn't trying to move closer to home. It was just trying to improve himself. His coach didn't leave, that kind of situation. Yeah. So I think more than likely, he's just saying, okay, I'm probably going to be sitting. I've got to get that mindset and come back next season ready for 3 more years. And
we'll be ready for him then. All right, Devin Booker to the Knicks. Mark Berman of New York Post says it's a possibility. The Knicks' never-ending quest to land a big-time star through trade or free agency continues into this offseason. In the latest edition of Berman's Knicks mailbag, a fan posed a question about landing Bradley Beal. But Berman instead talked about the possibility of Booker's former agent and new president, Leon Rose, going after Devin on the trade market, calling Booker a possible disgruntled star due to perennial losing in Phoenix. Keith, I guess he would just be losing perennially in New York.
Yeah, when's the last time they had a good team? The only thing that worries me here is we want to see the 2 UK players play together, so don't add Kevin Knox into that trade mix.
Correct. That would maybe I'd watch the Knicks. All right, you never know what you might find in a Walmart parking lot, but one unlucky woman in Murray found a 3-foot-long timber rattlesnake under the seat of her motorized cart. Police say the woman was too afraid to move and still on the cart when they arrived. Thankfully, they were able to help her off the cart without bothering the snake. After several attempts to find an expert to come and deal with the snake, it did have to be put down. I can't imagine. And she had to be paralyzed in fear. Like, I'm not even going to get off this cart.
I mean, I would have been. I'm sitting here right now talking to you on a hot day with lights glaring on me, and I'm not sweating because of those reasons. I'm sweating because you brought up rattlesnake and being under somebody's feet, and that makes me nervous and sweat.
I thought you were just trying to channel your inner Alan Cutler.
Oh, and run?
No, not run, just sweat for no reason. All right, tonight's wrap-up
All true.
Next, as Kentucky continues.